Jai Baba. Today I'm going to read some poetry that I've written in the past month. And before I do so, I'm going to read some selections from a few books. What I usually do before these readings is early in the morning. This morning I do a read through and then I choose a few things. Anita had read about a week ago, maybe less, a guzzle from this book, Sun Rays by Balka Churi. And I'm going to just read a couple stanzas because the words kind of struck me as being timely. O Mayhair, why do people feel disappointed, miserable, and worried in the world? Because they have no faith in your will, and they think that whatever they want is right. O beloved, there are worries in the domain of illusion, and yet illusion is nothing. But there is eternal happiness in the domain of reality. This is the reason why you tell everyone, don't worry, be happy. And still, if one worries, you, as reality, help him. So I opened this book today, Songs of Kabir by the great Indian poet Tagore. And I opened to this particular poem, this song of Kabir, and it just sort of grabbed me, so I'm going to read this. It's a short one. My Lord hides himself, and my Lord wonderfully reveals himself. My Lord has encompassed me with hardness, and my Lord has cast down my limitations. My Lord brings to me words of sorrow and words of joy, and he himself heals their strife. I will offer my body and mind to my Lord. I will give up my life, but never can I forget my Lord. And I also opened today to this book I hadn't read in a long time, Rumi Unseen Poems. And it's titled, The Scent of God Comes from Every Direction. The scent of God comes from every direction. Behold the crowds out of their minds with joy. All souls are thirsty for the water he brings. As the thirsty hear the cries of the water bearer. Babies wanting milk are worried and upset, wondering when their mothers will appear. All are living in exile and in separation, wondering when unity and communion will begin. Every dawn you hear the sounds of prayer from Muslims, Christians, and Jews alike. Blessed is he who hears with the ear of the heart the cries of the call to prayer falling from the skies. Clean out the sounds of enmity from your ears, to hear those cries falling from the heavens. And an impure ear cannot drink in those cries. Every evil deed gets its due reward. Don't cloud your eyes looking for dust and motes. The everlasting King is manifest before you. If your eyes are cloudy, wash them with your tears. For in those tears, you will discover the remedy. The sugar caravan has arrived from Egypt. The sounds of clapping and bells can now be heard. Be silent for the rest of this guzzle. The King of all speech is among us. Then I'm going to read a few quotes. This is one of my favorite books, this book that Rick Chapman compiled, titled You and I, selections that he chose. And it's just a wonderful thing just to pick up. So I'm going to read a few of these before I start. The more you think of me, the more you will realize my love for you. I want every lover of mine to repeat my name with every breath. The repetition should be continuous and such that even in sound sleep, it should continue like you're breathing. Then there is some possibility of experiencing a glimpse of me. Never worry about thoughts while repeating my name. Do not check them, because when you repeat my name, the thoughts will not create binding for you, good or bad. Love me and you will know me, but I am such a reality that it is extremely difficult to know me. The price is love. No repetition of God's name, no penance, and no meditation is necessary. Only love, and such love that it annihilates your ego. This means your love should be so deep that it makes you forget yourself and the world. This experience will leave you desireless, dazed, and confounded. This is real love. And I had this marked with this photograph of Meher Baba. And on the back of it, it says, through endless time, God's greatest gift is continuously given in silence. God is love, and love must love. And then one last one. Your love should be so deep that it makes you forget yourself and the world. And now some recent poetry. This first one, on the surface, it's about dreaming. But on a deeper level, it's about waking up from the dream. It's titled Journey Beyond the Stars. On the far side of midnight, all bets are off. The moon flies hurriedly, haphazardly across the sky. Stars multiply, then collapse into black holes. Clouds propagate and wreak havoc with the weather. All manner of people, known and unknown, present themselves. Situations and objects, familiar and unfamiliar. Silent films concocted from numberless impressions. Who is speaking to whom? And is anyone listening? The madness of illusion becomes matter at this hour. All I can do is dream and watch the unrelenting show. I have become an observer as far as I can tell. I seem to have a window into a nighttime romper room. I grow old and tired and oh so weary of it all. I long for you and the way it used to be. I yearn for the days before my dreaming went rogue, before I opened that door to the other side of midnight. Oh, beloved, make this night the one you once promised. The stars catching fire, glistening and gleaming, glistening and shimmering. The moon luminous, her fluorescence streaming and beaming. The clouds just angels' wings, brighter than sunlight. Tonight I walk the Milky Way and journey beyond the stars. Every thought is of you and the promise once made. My eyes are closed, but I have not forgotten the way. My goal, the goal, to be united once more with you. Now this next one, after I reread it today, I thought of two things. One time years ago in Mondley Hall, I was sitting next to Eric Jessawala. And he turned to me and he said, do you know the meaning of jihad? And I said, well, Eric, I've heard that it means holy war. And this was long before 2001, before there was all this talk of jihad, jihadis and jihadism and all that. And he looked me in the eyes, tapped me on the chest, and he said, it is the war within. It's the battle between the higher and lower self. So I thought of that after I read this poem through this morning. I also was thinking of the Bhagavad Gita and the advice that Krishna gave Arjuna on the battlefield, and that all life is a battlefield. It's titled Painted, Painted. This morning, betwixt sleep and dream, I saw a vision of a sunlit battlefield, a brotherhood of the helpless and hopeless, stood ready to resume their daily work. My brothers bearing the standard of our beloved, the flag of 7 colors undulating in the morning breeze. We go forth with his name on our lips, our foreheads painted with his sacred ash. We face unknown adversaries all around us and within. We sing the sacred words he has gifted us. Our song fills the air and echoes across the far-flung field. We face every battle, knowing he is at our side. Our foes, our enemies, fall one by one. Anger, lust, greed, turning into vaporous mist. Pride and envy fall by the wayside. Our banners, still held high, above our heads. Our commander rides out to greet us. His white horse rises up before our assembly. Our Lord dismounts and embraces each one. To each, a quiet voice is heard within. This day has rolled into afternoon. Just now, I remember the silent words my beloved reposed in me. What you think of as suffering is my great gift. Keep smiling. Every suffering brings you closer to me. This next one, I woke up, I remember the morning that I wrote this with some words that I've seen so many doctors over these years, and some words that doctors have said to me. I was just thinking about it, I was laughing in bed, early in the morning. And I got up and I started to write it down, and then I sort of made a poem out of it. This is a little different than a lot of my poetry. And so it has to do with words my doctors said. Occasionally there'll be my retort or my question or my response. It's titled Fantasia, Conversations with Doctors. And it's based on what happened, I think, the day before. I was having trouble, Anita wasn't around, I was having a little trouble dressing myself. So that is part of this. And also that day, I was having some problems with some of my tendons, which I occasionally do to the bad pharmaceutical I took many years ago, Cipro. And occasionally I have tendon issues. And that day things were slipping out of my hands. So that's part of this poem. Fantasia, Conversations with Doctors. Struggling to dress myself, I take a fearless mortal inventory, a litany of medical assessments and assertions. Shoulders bone on bone, knees bone on bone. Where did all the cartilage go? Why so many bone spurs? Is it extremely or just severely arthritic? Fourth stage, 4% function, but you look so good. Conditions I only read about in medical school. Enlarged, diminished, failing. We can triple weld it, we can laser it, we can cut it out, we can jumpstart it, we can sew it all up. All I want for Christmas is my new front 3 teeth. How can I breathe when I can't breathe? Overheard the ambulance. We're losing him. We're losing him. Bleeding, bleeding, and more bleeding. Unstoppable. Just a minute. I can't see anything. Floppy eye syndrome. Complete blockage. No electrical connection. Just some sprains, strains, and contusions. Yes, there was an audible snap of the tendon. Spasms, regular and reliable as Old Faithful. Who said that? Are you sure? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? No bending, no heavy lifting, no lifting at all. No operating heavy machinery. It may take 6 months or a year. You just set the Grand Strand Hospital record. No, that never happens. Never will happen. So, how did it happen? It's like medical sci-fi, a synthetic antibiotic attacked healthy tissue. Are you kidding me? You can't be serious. Everything is slipping from my hands. Oh, beloved, I am calling you, the doctor of all doctors. I dress myself every day with you. I am putting everything in your hands. Touch. There is a fragrance this time of year. Late evenings, early mornings. Something ancient and achingly familiar, like the hand of the beloved touching your shoulder. The breezes are restoring and revitalizing. I feel it first on my forehead. My body shivers in gratitude. It enters and makes its home in the temple of my heart. How hard was I to crack? Hammers and blunt instruments, chisels and fine-edged blades. Nothing penetrated or even dented. Maybe it was the tidal wave that overcame me, washing away everything I once held on to. Or maybe it was the feather of your touch that gave birth to what I've now become. How do I love you? Only you know the answer. And you don't say anything. Your silence, a constant companion. This morning a meeting was convened. A party of 2 in attendance. Same as it ever is. Oh, beloved, it is always you and I. I give it all to you. The news comes hard and fast. A punch in a memory, a blow to the heart. This one a fracture, that one another cancer. How can our friend weigh 76 pounds and thrive? And then the more inaccessible afflictions. Friends suffering the scourge of the black dog. The bitch settling like a murky fog. Thank God their melancholy comes and goes. One sends a video, one sends a photo. Taut skin, drawn features, loss of hair. Yet smiling, and to all appearances joyful. To my eye, the definition of divine art. You keep all of us going, getting us up each day, doing all those things that make us human, that make us strive to know, love, and serve you. Oh, beloved, I have studied your life, read your words, watched you on film. You never did anything for yourself. You gave yourself away for your creation. Before I sleep at night, I go to every photo in our bedroom. I salute you and touch the glass. Anita comes in and turns off the light. In darkness, before sleep claims me, I remember friends, family, loved ones. I tell you their difficulties, obstacles, triumphs. I wrap it all up and give it to you. This next one just came right out just like that. Most of them do. This one I had been sent by Barbara Connor, John Connor's wife, an old friend. Some of you might remember John Connor was a very good tabla player and qawwali singer. And so John has gone through so many surgeries, so many hospitalizations, one thing after another. I think he spent probably more than half his time in the hospital over the past 3 years. And Barbara has been his caretaker and companion. So Barbara sent several videos, short videos of John starting to play the tabla again, and also an African drum that his brother had gifted him. And I really enjoyed seeing these and seeing John's happiness in playing the tabla. And so that inspired this poem. Also, I was inspired, Anita had just read to me, I think the night before I wrote this, she read to me a passage from the Gospel of Ramakrishna, where the master, the perfect master, goes into an ecstatic state, as he often did with his disciples at someone's home. And and I also want to say that the Johnny in this poem is both John Connor, but it's also every lover of God. The tabla player. The small gathering sits in a semicircle. The tall, gaunt figure before them closes his eyes. Johnny begins tapping a rhythm with his left hand. Finding what he's looking for, he beats with both hands. Johnny's eyes open, as does his mouth. A nightingale takes wing, bursting into song. A tale of heartache and ecstasy ensues. Johnny's eyes mirror his soul's tale to tell. The assembly sways and nods in unison, the qawwali taking them beyond the incense-filled room. They could be in heaven's garden. They could be anywhere at all. Later, Johnny walks the streets of his city. He hears the traffic, the horns, the cars, the noise. He takes it in, all in due time. It coalesces and becomes an unstruck rhythm. Johnny walks through the marketplace. He hears the shouts, curses, complaints, praises. He drinks it all in as he sips his smoothie. The sounds mingle, then meld within him. Johnny appears distant during dinner. His companion and caretaker knows where he's gone. The same place he always goes, whenever he leaves this world for a while. Sleeping Johnny lies face up, looking toward the stars. His fingers moving imperceptibly along the cotton sheets. His bed, a magic carpet, soaring into the great beyond, into the open arms of his beloved, awaiting him all along. This next poem is about the time we live in. It's titled His Breeze. And this is after I had read some poem someone had sent me by a 8th century Chinese poet named Tu Fu. I have to be careful always to not say tofu. Tu Fu speaks to me from the 8th century. The Chinese poet writing about old age and misfortune. I listen as one would listen to the wind. Which breeze? What breeze am I hearing? People cannot stand upright. They bend and break. Words run from their mouths, then fly away. Houses collapse like cardboard. Cities fall apart. Animals go underground. Birds disappear from the sky. All the while I go on writing. I will build a ship with my words, big enough for all the tender-hearted to board, setting sail when the winds change direction. Meanwhile, there is a darkness never seen. What happens when light cannot keep up with itself? Nothingness expands like a black hole. The world within this world, our only hope. I keep writing until the sun rises in the sky. So many false dawns to contend with. This sun, this sky, a hope reborn. Who knows what this new day will augur? I put down my pen, allow the ink to dry. I survey the page in front of me. I pray to Almighty God within. His breeze will blow this ill wind away. And then the last one. What my heart has written. When I first met you, my old life departed. I said your name. A new life was born. How many times have I taken your name? In silence, in whispers, in murmurs, in song. I lost count, if I ever counted at all. Your name has become the fabric of my being. Your remembrance permeates my entire existence. No particle, atom, or molecule untouched. My heart is synchronized with your name. Your name is the remedy for the world's arrhythmia. Your name reaches beyond time itself. Ask any lover of God, and they will tell you. There is no time in the company of the beloved. When mine stops, what is there but God? Your name is my companion during the night. The last word I say, come morning, the first I speak. Should I awake during the night, your name is there. The beating of my heart forms your name. This poem is for all those longing with aching hearts. It is also written in invisible ink just for him. Only my beloved truly knows what my heart has written. His silence is the poetry from which I speak. Until we meet again, Jai Baba.